Welcome to Basic Locating with the 3M Dynatel X-Series Locators. Locating is a combination of science and technical skill. This video will explain the relevant technical principles and apply them to the skills required for basic underground locating. The most critical concept to acquire for underground locating is the principle of signal path. You must have or create a complete circuit for the transmitted signal to follow. This circuit depends on three components: the target utility, or metal conductor, the physical earth, and the grounding device, or ground rod. Each of these components must be connected in order to form the circuit or signal path for direct connect applications. When you are tracing a buried utility, the transmitter sends a signal through the target conductor. The far end of the target conductor is connected to the ground, or a grounding point. The signal then returns through the dirt back to the ground rod and the black lead of the transmitter. The signal creates an electromagnetic field around the target conductor. The receiver detects this field, allowing you to trace the path of the conductor. All locating signals use the soil for the return path of the locating circuit. There are three ways to introduce a signal onto a target facility. The first is by directly connecting the red lead of the transmitter to the target facility and the black lead to a ground rod placed in the earth. The second is the clamp or dynacoupler method. The third is the induction method. This method uses the internal antenna of the transmitter to generate a magnetic field onto the conductor with no physical connection. Direct connection to the target facility is the most accurate method for utility locating, so we will concentrate on this method for this training session. The 2500 and 7500 transmitters offer several different frequencies: 577 Hz, 1 kHz, 8 kHz, 33 kHz, 82 kHz, and 200 kHz. The 2200X series will offer 577 Hz, 8 kHz, 33 kHz, and 200 kHz. Using the direct connect method allows you to determine the quality of the signal path circuit. This information can help you choose the best frequency to apply to the target conductor. Connect the transmitter to the target conductor. Measure the quality of the signal path circuit by pressing the ohm key on the transmitter. A flag will appear in the lower left side of the display, indicating that the transmitter is in ohms mode. The resistance of the tracing circuit will be displayed. Based on the quality or resistance of the signal path, you can choose the optimum frequency for your application. Here is a chart that you can use for selecting the optimum frequency. In the previous example, we connected to a water pipe. When locating any type of pipe, it may be necessary to not measure resistance and just select 8 kHz or higher. If you locate tracer wire or other types of cables, you should always select the lowest frequency applicable to the resistance of the signal path. Using the lowest frequency is a good practice because the lower frequency, the less chance of bleed over signal to adjacent facilities. If the resistance of the signal path is greater than 10K, or if the ohm meter displays OL, this could be an indication of an open line, or that the return path through the ground is very marginal or non-existent. You should attempt to improve the condition of the signal path. When using the direct connect method, the transmitter current level will alternately flash with the selected frequency on the display. Make a mental note of the transmitter current level before you start locating the target path. To help verify the target path, compare this transmitter current level to the current measured by the receiver on a suspected target conductor. If low is flashing alternately with the frequency, the signal path circuit is incomplete or inadequate. The far end return to earth may be missing. Verify that there is a return to earth on the far end of the target conductor, and then measure the signal path resistance again. From the main menu screen, press the menu button and select the line icon, then press enter. The locate screen will appear on the receiver. Press the frequency button to display the frequencies and use the navigation keys to select the target frequency. Press enter when selected. To select the locating mode or antenna configuration of the receiver, Press the first yellow command key labeled View. Repeatedly pressing this key will toggle the receiver between Null View, Trace View, Dual Peak View, Special Peak View, and Directional Peak View. Null View responds with low signal over the path and higher signal to the sides of the path. Trace View draws a map of the path. Dual Peak View uses 2 peak antennas and produces a sharp response. Special Peak is the most sensitive and is used when the signal is weak. Most of your locating will be done in directional peak mode. In directional peak mode, the receiver uses all 4 of its peak antennas to pinpoint the target path. The numerical signal strength in the middle of the locate screen indicates the actual strength of the transmitted signal that is reaching the receiver. The point at which this numerical signal is the highest value indicates the center of the electromagnetic field or the target conductor. The bar graph should display the least amount of signal when the receiver is off target path and the most amount of signal when over the target path. If the bar graph is not responding to the target conductor, adjust the gain by pressing the gain adjust keys. In addition to the signal strength and the bar graph, the audio response of the unit will increase as you get closer to the target path. In directional peak mode, the receiver's directional antennas detect the rise and fall of the electromagnetic field surrounding the target facility. These middle antennas operate the directional arrows. As the receiver approaches the electromagnetic field from the left of the target path, an arrow will appear on the locating screen pointing toward the right. It is detecting the rise of the electromagnetic field surrounding the target conductor. As the receiver crosses the path of the target conductor, the arrow pointing to the left will appear, indicating the target has been passed. The middle antennas are now detecting the fall of the electromagnetic field. When the middle antennas are centered over the electromagnetic field, both arrows will appear. The numerical signal level should be at its highest value. The bar graph should be almost closed, and both arrows should be displayed when locating a target with an undistorted electromagnetic field. In this view, the depth and relative current will be displayed when over the path. To map any point along the route, place the tip of the receiver on the ground and press the second yellow command key labeled Log. Note that the log function is available in the directional peak and null views. The special peak view, dual peak view, and trace view include a log function after the depth has been pressed. The depth of the conductor will appear on the left-hand side of the screen. The relative current reading will appear on the right, and latitude and longitude will appear below these numbers. The unit will also display the number of connected satellites directly under the satellite image in the upper right corner of the screen. On the right-hand side of the screen, the relative current of the conductor will appear. If you are locating a single conductor using the direct connect method and are on target, this value should be very close to the relative current that is flashing on the transmitter. To return to the locate screen and continue marking the target path, press the depth button. The ID versions of the X-Series locator include an alert mode in the special peak setting. This alert mode is used to search for an EMS marker while locating a cable, wire, or pipe. To use alert mode, it is necessary to set the marker frequency and change the locate mode to special peak. Press the menu to exit the locate screen, select EMS, press enter. Set the marker frequency by repeatedly pressing the frequency button until the desired frequency is displayed. Press the menu button, select the line locate button, press enter, press the second yellow key with alert displayed. Locate the buried line with special peak, adjust gain as needed for the locate. When you are within range of a buried EMS marker, then the receiver will indicate the presence of a marker with an audible tone and a small graph located on the lower right. The tone and the graph will increase in signal strength as you get closer to the marker. When the marker is detected, exit the line locate mode by pressing menu, and then select the EMS mode and press enter. You will be able to pinpoint the marker and perform depth or read functions at this time. This concludes basic locating with the 3M Dynatel X-Series cable pipe locators.